Hello everyone, welcome to another review. Now before we get started, we want to tell us our reason why we want to make another review like this. The reason why we want to make another review like this is because since the last one gets like 1,000 likes, we decided to do it again to see what will happen if we do it again. So today's review, we're going to review another SML video. One of the newer ones we're going to be reviewing is Jeffy's green bean allergy. So yeah, enjoy the review. And another thing, why we like to do these kinds of videos? Well, because that's how the creator likes it. So quit questioning him. Especially one of them that always question his content. So enjoy the review. Now the video starts when Marvin asks Jeffy what he wants to eat, and Jeffy wants to eat cookies. And then Mario, like always, forces Jeffy to eat green beans. Seriously, this guy doesn't quit. Why does he always have to give him green beans? Why can't he get through his thick bald head? And funny enough, that's what Jeffy said when he found green beans. It's actually funny. And just like every other SML video, Marvin and Jeffy argue about the green beans. Marvin keeps telling him to eat them. And then when Marvin and Rose walked away, Jeffy beats himself with a baseball bat to look like he had an allergy reaction. And they called the doctor. Now the broken guy came and asked what happened, and it turns out to reveal that Marvin has beamed Jeffy for not eating his green beans. It's actually kind of funny. But other than that, Marvin explains what happened, and then Broken Guy suggests to eat something else. Jeffy asks, "Can I have cookies?" And he said, "Yeah." So then, well, he wants cookies. That's the whole entire joke of the video. He wants cookies for lunch, and it's really repetitive. He still wants to eat his cookies, but then Marvin suggests he have something else. And instead of green beans, he chooses Brussels sprouts. Nobody likes Brussels sprouts unless you cook them good. And then Jeffy, like always, complains about it, but it's a different vegetable. Marvin forces him to eat it, take one bite, and then Jeffy did, while also making a few annoying noises of the gagging. He took a bite out of it, didn't like it, spit it out. Marvin told him to take a bite again. And then when Marvin and Rose left, Jeffy beat himself with the bat again to make it look like he had another allergic reaction. So then they called the doctor again, but this time with Brussels sprouts. Broken Guy came back for the second time, and he asked what was wrong again, and they told him about the Brussels sprouts, but then Broken Guy starts complaining about him going bald. He actually is going bald from the back and the side, and he suggests that they should make a video about that. But after that, Broken Guy suggests to feed him something else, and Jeffy still wanting to eat cookies, and it's getting really repetitive. Jeffy still wants to eat the cookies, but then Marvin suggests instead of eating Brussels sprouts or green beans, he suggests spinach. Not even a good kind of spinach, like the kind that looks like diarrhea, and it looks nasty. I eat spinach, but not that kind of spinach. That looks nasty. But anyway, they suggest to feed him spinach, so he did, and Jeffy made annoying noises of gagging. Took a bite, then Marvin left, and then Jeffy spit it out annoyingly, and then he hit himself with a hammer. The reason why he couldn't use the baseball bat again was because Rose found it and threw it away, so he has to use a hammer to beat himself out for the allergic reaction. Marvin and Rose came back to see Jeffy even worse, while also making a Courage the Cowardly Dog reference and joke. So then they call Brooklyn Guy for the third time. The guy asked what happened, and Marvin said it was spinach made it look worse. And then Brooklyn Guy thinks that he's allergic to vegetables, and he also said that he is allergic to fresh cut grass. And then cuts to a Nintendo animation showing out how he became allergic to fresh cut grass, and he joined the army. Marvin asked on what they should feed him. Then Brooklyn Guy said fruits, but Mario, for some dumb reason, thinks that fruits are too yummy, and then this made Jeffy angry. And then Mario still saying that fruits are not really healthy or something like that. then what's the whole point of feeding him vegetables if he's not even gonna eat them? Marvin then tries to feed him something else by giving him macaroni with peas. That's just nasty. And then Jeffy thinks those are boogers. And the reason why Marvin did that was because just to show he's not faking it. Marvin and Rose once again left Jeffy alone with the macaroni and peas, and then Jeffy cuts his ear off with the scissors. Then they came back and noticed his ear and they think his ear fell off, and then Marvin and Jeffy starts arguing until Rosalina noticed the scissors. Rose starts piecing all of it together with the baseball bat, the hammer, and the scissors, and then Jeffy starts singing Blues Clues songs by saying, "You just figure out Blues Clues, you just figure out Blues Clues, you just figure out Blues Clues, because I did it to myself." Marvin then got so angry at Jeffy, and Jeffy starts complaining that he wants cookies, and then Marvin calls him insane, and then Jeffy left with the cookies, and Rose lets Jeffy eat the cookies, and then Marvin gets angry by saying, "If you get fat, don't come to me." And then the video abruptly ended, just like that. Logan really needs to quit making really lazy endings, because most of these endings just feels pretty lazy. Alright, now that we finished talking about what's about, let's go over the pros and the cons of the video. And there's not that many pros. There's like mostly cons than pros. But we'll start with the pros and then do cons last, since we all know there's more cons than pros. Now the first pro is that the Brooklyn guy is funny like always, and everything he does is funny, and he's also one of the only characters who are smart. Probably not that smart, but still smart. And his story about fresh cut grass is funny, and especially about his bald spot. He's got 2 bald spots, one in the back, one in the front. It's funny. Rose, for once in a video, was actually not annoying or bad, because at least she knows that Jeffy doesn't like to eat vegetables, even though she shouldn't be siding with him at times. But at least she wasn't annoying in the video, which is a good thing. And another pro, Jeffy was also funny sometimes. The only thing that was funny that was when he did that Courage the Cowardly Dog joke and that Blues Clues song. And I don't know what else is funny, and I think that's all the funniness I can think of. And probably that's all the pros I could all think of. Now that the pros are over, let's go over the cons, and there is a lot of cons. The first one was Marvin was so unlikable in the video. He keeps forcing him to feed these foods that he's not even gonna eat. Worst of all, apparently he thinks fruits are too yummy to be healthy stuff. Like, why? What was the whole thing point about feeding Jeffy vegetables if he's not even gonna eat? And he doesn't even at least give him like chicken or fruit or at least give him some carrots or something like that. Those kind of healthy foods, or like fish. But he didn't consider any of them and just choose vegetables as healthy. You can't always eat vegetables all the time. You gotta have other stuff. You gotta have your proteins and grains, but not just vegetables. Another thing is that the video was sort of misleading, because in the title it says Jeffy's green bean allergy, but in the entire video, only the beginning has something to do with the green bean allergy, but it was fake, and then everything else he's just having fake allergies on vegetables. So instead of Jeffy's green bean allergy, it should have been called Jeffy fakes an allergy, or Jeffy's vegetable allergy, or something like that. Logan, you gotta quit making these misleading titles and actually stick with a different title that actually has to do with the plot. One of the biggest cons in this video was doing the green bean plot. Logan keeps using this green bean plot every Jeffy video all over and over again. He's not even gonna eat them. What's the whole point of making these videos? You knew that we're gonna get annoyed by these kinds of videos. Why? Could you just done something else, like haven't tried carrots? Nintendo animation scene of Brooklyn guy being allergic to fresh cut grass was okay, but honestly I think Nintendo should do better. They should do better animation than that. Like, it doesn't really look that good compared to some other ones. What I like to say is that Marvin's excuse of not giving Jeffy fruit is so dumb. Rose was better than Marvin, and Jeffy was so annoying in the video. He keeps whining over cookies, and he wants cookies for lunch. They're just cookies. It's not the end of the world if you can't have cookies. You can have cookies at for dessert or when it's nighttime, not lunch. So he should stop complaining. Overall, the video may have some funny moments, but it's still not a good video, and it was pretty much one of the worst SML videos there are. So I give it a 4.5 out of 10. I think. Does anyone agree? Yes. Of course. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. Definite yes. Agreed. We both agreed, right? Well, I think that's it for the review. We'll see you guys next time on whatever we are review. And if you like to, post a comment to suggest on what should we review next. Whether it's a movie, animated movie, a TV series, video game, or another SML video. Post in the comments down below. So I think that's it. Bye.